right. But when the cracks began to show, you let me fall alone. You said you'd stay, but you watched me break. Stood by the fire while I bent till I'd ache. You didn't run, but you didn't reach. You stayed just far enough to watch me bleed. I needed arms, I got silence instead. You said you'd stay, but you left me instead. I wasn't asking you to save the storm. Just hold my heart and keep it warm. But every tear I tried to hide, you saw and still walked back inside. You turned your face when I called your name and left me drowning in the blame. I begged for someone just to care, but you were never really there. You said you'd stay, but you watched me fall. You heard my cries, but ignored them all. You didn't leave, you just closed the door and stood in silence like love was no more. I needed you, but you didn't bend. You said you'd stay, but that was the end. And now I see the truth you hid. Staying close doesn't mean you did. You can break a heart without goodbye, just by standing by and letting it die. You said you'd stay, but you watched me break. Turned away like it was a mistake. You were there, but not really mine. A stranger frozen in a line. And all I wanted was for you to fight. But you said you'd stay and let me die inside. You used to pass me by, eyes so full of someone else's sky. I stood in corners quiet, small, waiting for you to see it all. I held your name like it was gold, through every silence I've recalled. But love can live on hope alone. You only looked back when I was gone. You remembered me too late, after love had turned to wait. You called my name when I moved on, when my heart had come undone. I gave you time, I gave you grace. You only missed my face when it was fading from your fate. You remembered me too late. Now you send your midnight lights, saying how I lit your life. But where were you when I was low, when all I needed was to know? You speak like love was always there, but you left me gasping for air. I begged in silence, you looked away, and now you beg me not to stray. You remembered me too late, after choosing not to stay. You only saw the light I gave when it had already slipped away. I waited long, but time won't wait, and hearts don't pause, they break. Now you're standing at my gate, but you remembered me too late. You had your chance, and now it's gone. I'm not the girl who just holds on. You remembered me too late. Now love all over, not in game. I found the strength you never gave. I'm not the one you got to save. You lost me in your quiet way. Now all that's left is fate, and the truth conceals your fate. You remembered me too late. Your arms were warm, your hands were kind, but your eyes were lost in another time. You kissed me like it was routine, like love was just a quiet scene. You stayed the night, you played the part, but I could feel the missing heart. Every I love you felt like a shell. You held me, but your heart was somewhere else. You held me close, but not too tight, like you were here just for the night. I felt the space you wouldn't show, the things you thought I'd never know. I tried to hold what wouldn't stay, watched love quietly slip away. You touched my skin, but nothing dwelled. You held me, but your heart was somewhere else. I used to think the silence meant peace, but now I know it meant retreat. Your smile would fade when lights went low. Your thoughts were places I couldn't go. I gave you all, you gave me half, a love that cracked behind a laugh. And in that distance I could tell, you held me, but your heart was somewhere else. You laid with me, but far away, like love had lost its will to stay. I felt your warmth, but not your soul, like I was just filling a hole. I stayed too long inside the lie, hoping love would turn and try, but every touch just made me dwell. You held me, but your heart was somewhere else. Maybe you loved me in your own way, but not enough to truly stay. You were here, but never mine, a ghost I loved, a borrowed time. You held me close, but not like before, like someone knocking on a locked door. And now I see what I ignored, that I was longing, you were bored. So I'm letting go, I wish you well. You held me, but your heart was somewhere else. I still remember your favorite song, the way you hummed it all night long. I knew your coffee black with two, all the little things that made you, you. I gave you time, I gave you space, I lit the dark with my embrace. But now you speak like we were strangers, like love was just a passing danger. You forgot the way I loved you, like sunlight through the rain, like holding on through every storm, through every tear, through every pain. I was your shelter, your quiet proof, but now you don't recall the truth. It cuts so deep, but it's still true. You forgot the way I loved you. You smiled at her the way you smiled at me, like love's a script, a melody. But I remember when it was real, when I was all you used to feel. You don't even flinch at my name, like none of it ever meant a thing. But I still bleed from what we knew, while you forget what I walked through. You forgot the way I loved you, like fire that never died, like standing tall when you were weak, like seeing more than what you hide. I gave you all I ever had, but now you look back without the past. It's like I never broke for you. You forgot the way I loved you. And maybe that's the hardest part, not losing you, but losing heart when memories are all I see. But you erase the best of me. You forgot the way I loved you. And maybe that's the hardest part, not losing you, but losing heart when memories are all I see. But you erase the best of me. You forgot the way I loved you, but I still live it every day. In every song, in every street, in every word I want to say. You moved on without a trace, while I still ache in every place. I gave you love that no one knew, but you forgot the way I loved you.
You show up now with that old smile, saying you've been lost a while. You ask if I still think of you, like time stood still, like hearts stay true. But I've walked roads you'll never know, learned to stand and let you go. You're looking back with tearful eyes, but I stopped living in goodbyes. Now you say you miss me, but I've already moved on. You call it love too late, but my love is gone. I cried through nights you'll never feel, but now I've learned how not to kneel. You want the flame you used to know. Now you say you miss me, but I've already let go. I begged for you to see my pain, but all you gave me was the rain. Now you say I never knew, but darling, I was clear with you. I waited long, I tried to stay, but you just watched me drift away. And now that I've found peace inside, you want a door I've closed with pride. Now you say you miss me, but I'm not but the same girl. I found my voice again in a different world. You held my heart like it was spare, but I won't go back to live it there. It hurts, but this is how love grows. Now you say you miss me, but I've already let go. Baby, silence was the choice you made. And though you're reaching out tonight, I've already walked toward the light. Now you say you miss me, but that chapter's done. I loved you deep and real, but now I'm gone. You had your chance to hold me close, but now I love myself the most. You're just a shadow I used to know. Now you say you miss me, but I've already let go.
You in before you asked, before you proved a thing. I saw the light behind your smile and stayed a little longer every while. You never had to beg or chase. I handed you my safest place. No questions asked, no second guess. I gave you more, I gave you best. I trusted you first, before you gave me a reason. Believed in your words, even when they came uneven. You didn't have to run my faith, I gave it like a flame. But now I'm standing in the hurt, 'cause I trusted you first. You held my heart like borrowed time, careless hands and subtle signs. I watched you drift like passing rain, while I stay rooted in the pain. You never asked for what I gave, but you took it all anyway. And when the silence filled your place, I saw the light in your embrace. I trusted you first, while you were still deciding. You let me love you more and more, while quietly you were hiding. I gave you skies without the storm, you left me cold and torn. Now I'm learning what I'm worth, 'cause I trusted you first. Someday you'll understand the gift you held in open hands. But by the time you feel the burn, I won't be there when you return. I trusted you first, but now I trust me better. I've stitched my soul, I've walked through worse, and learned love's more than letters. I'll love again, but not like this. Now with blind hope in every kiss. You were the lesson, not the curse. Still, I trusted you first.
Heart out on my sleeve, you stayed behind what you believe. I shouted love through every door, you whispered things but nothing more. I danced in rain just for your smile, you watched in silence all the while. I built us high, you kept us small, I gave it all, you gave a wall. I loved you loud, like thunder in the sky, like every word I said could make you feel alive. But you loved me quiet, like a secret never told, like holding back was safer
than ever losing hope. And in that space between our hearts, we drifted miles apart. I loved you loud, you loved me quiet. I left you notes you never write. I stayed up late through lonely nights. I screamed my soul in every line, while you just nodded every time. You said I care with careful steps, while I was bleeding from the depths. You stood still and I ran blind to find a love you never find. I loved you loud, like songs without regret. I showed the world your name, you barely took a step. You loved me quiet, like a ghost behind a door. Like maybe if you said too much, you'd love me nevermore. And in that space between our hearts, we drifted miles apart. I loved you loud, you loved me quiet. I loved you loud, I loved you loud, you loved me quiet. I left you know, like songs without regret. I showed the world your name, you barely took a step. You loved me quiet, like a ghost behind a door. Like maybe if you said too much, you loved me nevermore. And in that silence love grew thin, 'cause I was out and you stayed in. I begged for echoes you never gave, or burying the joy I craved. Now I know love shouldn't hide, it should stand with arms open wide. I loved you loud, but now I've learned to see that loving loud means loving free. You loved me quiet, and now I understand. You held my heart but not my hand. I won't whisper just to fit, I need more than half of it. I loved you loud, but love needs to echo back. I used to call and you would know before I even said hello. My laugh would light the dark for you, my voice was something you once knew. Now the silence echoes more than any word we said before. You moved on, and with the noise you forgot that the sound of my voice. You forgot the sound of my voice, like a song that slipped through the noise, like wind that fades into the night, or stars that vanish out of sight. I still hear yours in every line, but mine has vanished from your mind. It hurts, but I don't have a choice. You forgot the sound of my voice. I still remember how you'd say my name in that soft, quiet way, like every syllable was gold, a warmth that never once felt cold. Now strangers call and sound like you, and it breaks me just to hear it too. You used to smile, used to rejoice, but now you forgot the sound of my voice. You forgot the sound of my voice, like a song that slips through the noise, like wind that fades into the night, or stars that vanish out of sight. I still hear yours in every line, but mine has vanished from your mind. It hurts, but I don't have a choice. You forgot the sound of my voice. I still remember how you'd say my name in that soft, quiet way, like every syllable was gold, a warmth that never once felt cold. Now strangers call and sound like you, and it breaks me just to hear it too. You used to smile, used to rejoice, but now you forgot the sound of my voice. Maybe I was just a chapter, while you were my whole page. You moved on to laughter, I stayed locked inside our cage. You forgot the sound of my voice, but I still tremble at yours. You're a ghost in every crowd, while I remain unheard, unproud. One day someone else will call, and you won't think of me at all. But I'll still break without a noise, 'cause you forgot the sound of my voice.
You didn't slam the door, you didn't raise your voice. You just faded like the daylight, like silence was your choice. I looked for signs in empty space, for something true to hold, but all you left was nothing, and a story half untold. You left me without a last word, not even a goodbye to burn. No closure, no reason why, just echoes where your love ran dry. I waited for a page to turn, as you let the silence hurt. You left me without a last word. I check my phone some nights, still hoping there's a sign, some sentence left unsaid, some reason lost in time. But the screen stays dark and cold, like your heart before you left. No fight, no tears, no promise, just a ghost of what was kept. You left me without a last word, like love was just a phase unheard. No warning light, no final breath, just the quiet weight of death. I'd rather you scream or lie and disappear and say it's right, but you left me without a last word. I replay what we never said, the talk we'll never have. Every silence now feels sharp, a car I can't outlast. You left me without a last word, like our love was undeserved. Now I'm talking to the air, filling spaces you don't care. Still I write these lines for you, even if you never knew. You left me without a last word.
But it's still check like I haven't heard. Wake up slow, reach for the light, swipe my screen in the middle of the night. There's no buzz, no name I know, just silence where your voice will go. I scroll through things I shouldn't see, just to feel like you still think of me. Still checking if you texted, even though I know you won't. Holding on to something restless, living in, or maybe you don't. It's just a screen, but it holds so much, like echoes of your fading touch. I should forget you like you left it, but I'm still checking if you texted. I write drafts I'll never send, little truth I can't defend. You're out there living like I'm gone, while I replay what went wrong. You used to write just to say hi, now I stare and wonder why I let you mean this much to me, when I'm just a ghost in your history. Still checking if you texted, though it's been a while too long. Telling friends I'm over it, but every night proves them wrong. I know the truth, I don't admit. I'll wait for you, can't quit. Guess goodbye, never quite said it, 'cause I'm still checking if you texted. Maybe one day we'll stop this beat and go for real, no more heartbreak. But right now hope's a habit too, and I still hope it leads to you. I'm still checking if you texted, still waiting for a sign, still pretending it's just habit, but you still linger in my mind. I know it's done, you moved ahead, but I keep reading words you never said. Call it foolish, call it wreckage, but I'm still checking if you texted. Drafts I'll never send, little truths I can't defend. You're out there living like I'm gone, while I replay what went wrong. You used to write just to say hi, now I stare and wonder why I let you mean this much to me, when I'm just a ghost in your history. Maybe one day I'll stop this ache, but go for real, no more heartbreak. But right now hope's a habit too, and I still hope it leads to you. Guess goodbye never quite said it, 'cause I'm still checking if you texted.